Welcome back, everyone. This is actually part 2. I was streaming for 30 minutes, and then apparently YouTube had some kind of hiccup. I barely, it was one of those kinds of things. Vincentius said it was a spidey sense, because I turned to him and I was like, am I streaming? And he said, nope. So here I am. I was in the middle of showing the work that we're doing on the submarine, the cruise submarine. We still have a bunch of stuff to do here, but we started something else, and it had to do with the new retreat in the mountaintops, Petit Ha'amaluk. 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 That's not right. Ha'amaluk. Malaluk. Huh? Yeah, that's it. I had the same trouble with Arnaaluk when I first started, and it took me a little bit of time. This is a new elevator. This elevator goes to an above the water platform. And look at this, we're outside. It's very nice. It's not raining. And this is a ship. This is actually Aquatica's supply ship. Aquatica's supply ship that we are using as a entry ship for people who are coming from the mountaintop. So they come here, or if they're going to the mountaintop, they come up here. Their luggage goes into this little area right here. We haven't finished this yet. This goes to the engine, this part right here. And this is where we're going to have a little coffee service in this area and a little snacks in this area for people who are waiting for the balloon. And right here, we're going to have seats in this area. This is Mubian's version of the what did they don't call it, of the bridge. Vincentius was saying, I was calling the submarine a cockpit, but it really is the bridge. It is a boat, and so this is also a bridge. This README is actually probably about starting this. And I haven't read, I must admit, I haven't read his Sigility Colony Solutions Shuttle Crash Detected. Scanning surrounding area splashdown detected. Activating oceanographic survival mode. Nicely done. Aquatica colony mode activated. You have splashed down but survived. Your shuttle is relatively intact, and the splashdown automatically deployed the central colony core module. Now, if you were playing, you would actually have a full core in the same way with underwater base, where when you leave the pod and you go down to the area that the other colonists had started, you have the full town hall. It's just sunken and completely filled with water. This one isn't. It is the core and central space for your Aquatica colony. And the Sigility Colony Solutions would like you to remember the following when constructing your aquatic colony. With exception of some of the herder sand, the courier docks, there is no overlapping modules. Aha, and that's true. They're not meant to overlap. They're actually meant to fit together like Legos. And so placement of a module is done via a key system. Granite marks the entry of a module, and the stone marks the exists. Granite gets placed against the stone to allow correct alignment. And the courier dock exception, courier docks, they don't align that way. They actually have to be put in, and I think he's going to explain that. With the couriers, the hut block is positioned on the stone block, and that is true. The herder position, the shepherd, the swine herder, the cowboy, and the rabbit hutch all have an upper and lower section, so you can put them all together. The upper sections overlap to allow you to line them up correctly. There is smooth stone to act as the key, smooth stone against smooth stone. C decks, atrium D, swine herder, shepherd, rabbit herder, cow herder, escape hatch, all have a C deck. These modules must be built on C deck, no deeper or higher. Otherwise, they'll crash into what's already built. Player spaces infrastructure modules contains the player space modules. These modules are completely safe for upgrading while maintaining whatever you put in them. The C truck is also a player space, but acts more as a player home, and that is true. At level 5, you can build additional C truck modules to your C truck. And then the town hall builder and residence placement line up with calcium blocks. And any polished granite you find that is not part of the key of a building can be freely removed and is upgrade safe. C-truck modules, in each module on the top of the back wall you will find a red concrete or dark gray for the front module. This is your anchor point for setting additional mods, and it is very nicely done. It's nice of Mubian to give some instruction on how this all works, and it's really cool. We've enjoyed using a lot of it. We were frustrated a little bit in the beginning, primarily because they leak. Some of them leak, and that we were concerned about, but we've gotten used to it, especially after talking to him, and so that's what we have. And then after they've sat here, they come up here after they pay their ticket. They sit and wait, and they can actually see the balloon come in. We're going to have seats here, and we can put them here right now. And the seats we're going to have here, let's look at sofas for a minute. Let's use Paladin again. Let's use gray in this one. Let's use this gray, and let's see what this looks like. Yeah, see, because that actually looks like seats that are here, and we'll just put a couple, so if someone doesn't want to sit with somebody, they don't have to. And there's some looking out in this area. Let's do this. Let's put a seat here, a seat here in this part also, and then I don't have enough room to put any others. They would be able to see out. No, I think I'm going to leave it like that, so it gives everybody the chance to be here. Why don't we make this a double right here, and that'll work with that one, and make a double here. And so these are going to be places where people can sit. Let's do the stool that we had, only this time I think we'll use either the darker or some other. Ooh, this is pretty. Let's use this color in here, and we have one there, and we'll put one right here, although here these should actually be straight. And here, And so there's a place for people to put a cup, and we'll have it like that. So it should be the other way around, and I am going to do that. So let's put nah, I don't like it. I think they're just going to have to put their cups on this, on the rail part right here. If anything, we could put some books, some magazines. Let's look at our books for a second and see if we can see something that would look more like magazines than like books. We used to have book racks that we could add to, but we don't have those in Neo yet. In Chipped, there are some pieces. I'm looking. I want something that sort of looks like magazines. Let's look at this for a second. This is chipped. So I just want to see if I see something that works. Of course, the other problem is Chroma Hills, that when you have bookcases that look like one thing and then you try and put something else in, it's really difficult to get them to look right. So shelves, let's see if in the shelf area we can find something, and I can't find anything additional right now. Let's look at what's it called? Let's come back here and look. There it is, Dawn of Time. Let's look in Dawn of Time's Asian area and see if there's something, because they have some paper things, some smaller things that we might be able to see if any of them will work, but not this time. We're not seeing anything. This is probably the best of it right here. And hi. Hello. And let's look here and see if there's anything. That is that one. Before we go up, let's come to here. I don't see anything that looks like that. Or here. Or here. I don't think we're going to find what we're looking for. So that is what vanilla looks like with Chroma Hills. It looks like that. And this one here, it looks like that. It makes it really difficult. I see that box and that's so cool. If everything looked like that, it would be so nice. But because of Chroma Hills, our bookcases look like this. And so it makes it really difficult for us to do anything like magazines or something like that. Now, handcrafted, that's because, let me look, there's Beautify. And let's look for a second and see. I'm not seeing anything. And handcrafted, that's Mr. Crayfish. And this is handcrafted right here. Nope, that's not. Valhelsia. Valhelsia doesn't usually have those kinds of things. This is handcrafted right here. Handcrafted has, but we're not going to find what we're looking for. Although these are interesting. Ooh. Let's take a white trim. This is a diorite trim and this is a quartz trim. Let me look at the trims and see what they look like if we put one here like this. Oh, that actually kind of looks neat, doesn't it? We can put one here, except we would have to put it here. And that looks like there are places. I don't like that one. I do like that. If I put one here, it would almost have to be here like this, in that spot. I think I would rather have it look like that. This is interesting as far as the that's the engine, as far as the other is concerned. And we have not done anything with the balloon. So this is from the Town Hall, level 5 of cliff style. This balloon is sitting on a platform in the town hall. And so what we did was we separated the balloon from that in a flat world, and then we scanned it so that we could use it wherever we wanted to, and because we love it. But this is something that I need to do here. We were trying to decide where a driver would be for this and how that would work. And I don't really have anything except someone sitting here, let's say, and having something in front of him right here for him to guide by. And that would be putting something on top of this. And I'm just looking just for a second to see how high that would be and how I feel about that. How would they get to it, etc., etc. And then the colors are Matlam and Sasa chose the colors. We're going to leave the colors what they are. We just need to be able to have a little bit more seating in here. So this is the door right here. 1, 2, it only seats 4. And I think if we turned the seats, let's get a seat. If we turn the seats this way, we can have 2 people sit this way. And on this side also, we'll do the same. We'll have 2 people sit here. So he can still get to here. They can still get around. Wait, they can't get around on that side. Yeah. I need them to be able to get around. Can I put a seat here and put, put 2 seats here? And then here, just have the single seats right here. So have double seats there. So now we're seating 2 more people. And right here, if we want, can't do anything with that. We could put one of those. I think I am going to have this one go this way. So they can walk around this way and walk to here. And then there has to be a place down below or something. Where are they putting the luggage? Next to the seats? Yeah, they're going to end up putting luggage next to the seats. So that's fine. Let's put those back to cover up those parts. And we're good to go. We're good to go with this for right now. I'm not going to do too much more at the moment, although I do like that. I don't know. I actually don't. Let's get a seater, a seating piece. Let me look at here. Here is a tag tool, and that's the hut block right there. We're going to tag the hut, and you can see where some of the seats are. So we're going to add a seat here and a seat here. and we're going to add a seat right here. So we added 3 more seats, which is excellent. 6. So each of these vehicles has 6 passengers. The person who's driving is sitting up here. And if we wanted to, let's do this for a second. Let's take this off and let's find a soft seat. What am I doing? I think we're gonna have to make it wool color. I'd like to make a black seat to go there, and I think we're gonna have to make it. I do not have a well, I do. I have Domum Ornamentum. Domum Ornamentum is now in Neo the only piece that has that allows you to make some additional block pieces out of certain materials. So cutter, and let's get that stair piece. I did have something at one time, and I am so spoiled by that I had that it's hard for me sometimes to have the realization that it's like, oh yeah, you have to get a cutter, which I don't mind. I don't mind that I have to get a cutter, and I was not supposed to remove the one from there. So let's take this and put this one back right here. Put this one back, be careful. That is the hut block right there. And then take this one here down and put this here. And that's for the person who's driving to sit here and to watch the balloon and to be able to manage the heat and all that. He's just sitting up high so he can see what's going on, is what I'm saying about that. That's what I'm saying. Well, I don't know that much about balloons, except they look pretty. So there we are. So when they go to Piti and they stay there, or when they come back from there, they get on this. We're going to have a place for this to land, for them to get off, and they come back, and there are other people waiting to go in here, but they're just going to pass through with their luggage. They're going to come downstairs here, and they are going to be in Arnaaluk, underwater, and then they can walk through this hall here. We'll put down some couches and stuff for people to rest and get themselves together. This is a desk here where they can ask if they want to stay in the hotel while they're here. They can get a room, and the rooms are upstairs. And then if they're hungry right now, the desk will probably say to them that they can get something to eat at Zaria's, but if they want something, a sit-down meal, they can go up the street, up the corridor to Michael's. Hi, Michaela, Lionel. They can go up the corridor to Michael's, which is a very nice restaurant. Or if they want a different type of fare, they can go down the street, down the corridor, and left, and they'll see orange, and that is Mauricio's. So there's 3 different restaurants for them in this hotel area. In the visitors area where the tavern is, there are 3 different restaurants. There's Messiah's restaurant, which is in the visitors center. There is Khalil's restaurant. Khalil is the first. He's in the first restaurant ever made in the sanctuary. And then there is Harry's little cafe in the town center, in the city hall. Right here, Harry, right here, serving food. And so those are the 3 that are available in this area. And then there are other restaurants for workers and all around in places. So the total is right now 10 restaurants and 3 cookeries. I'm not sure 3 cookeries is enough. This is what we're going to find out about. We have 5 dairies. We're going to have a 6th. Let's go down to the makers area. We're going to go through here and go back to the 2nd makers area with the 2nd warehouse and see if any of the stuff that we needed has come in. If it has, we're going to go back to Pity right away. If it hasn't, we're going to go down and put in the 6th dairy. So we will have 6 dairy farmers and technically 3 farm fields and pastures, 3 pastures for the cows, but so that's 2 farmers for every pasture. Pastures are double pastures, and so that's how we're doing it. Let's come here and let's see if what's been added of the things that we need. Yahoo! The black carpet! Yay! So now we have the black carpet. I love this. I love this. We requested these things and we've gotten them. We're still waiting for a piston, and it looks like a recipe is needed. Natural acacia plank for the mechanic. What is the possibility that that is the holdup? Let's quickly go to Dex and teach him to make acacia, to break down acacia in all different colors. We have someone growing. We have Miranda and Isaac, our tree farmers, growing acacia and jungle specifically for Pity, because Pity is using, they should be growing dark oak too. Pity, hi Dex. Pity is using jungle dark oak, and dark oak uses acacia as well. So let's come here and let's go to crafting. And we have no acacia today. So let's go to acacia. And we'll check on this right now. I've got the heebie-jeebies every once in a while. My hair is like, that's what it's like. All right, acacia. Acacia log, acacia made from log. Let's do that. Acacia stripped, acacia wood made from these pieces here. Acacia plank made from log. That was log. That's log. And let's make the plank. Acacia stairs, just in case. Acacia slab, just in case. Acacia fence, made out of sticks, not nether. And acacia gate, made out of sticks, not nether. There we go. Acacia door. And acacia trap. So that's every single pressure plate. He can't make that. Button, he can't make that. And the sign he can make. So let's do the sign. And we've got everything that he needs to make right now. And we'll do that like that. Does he have any acacia? We'll find out. Okay. Let me take a sip of water. So I started an hour ago, and the first half hours got interrupted. And there's a warning right now. So I'm going to see if I'm going to get thrown off again. Mid-sentence? Now I'm getting a warning, and I remember getting that warning. Okay, so we'll see. All right, so we were thinking that maybe that acacia was doing something, and let's continue for a minute. So he knows how to do that. Oh, that's one of the things on the recipe for a piston, I think. It probably uses any wood, but let me just make sure. Why is it asking for natural acacia plank? That is interesting that the mechanic is asking for acacia plank to make that. Hold on for a second. How did that happen? We're making a piston, and sure enough, and that is silent gear. She'll never get that. Remove that. How did I do that? No wonder we don't have it yet. A piston. I was looking at that. It's like, wait a minute. Why would they be asking for acacia? Aha. So what is this supposed to be? Plank? Let's come here. Let's get
That's
a
some
simple
nasty
oak.
weather right there.
And let's come back and let's teach. Nope.
That's some nasty weather right there.
Nope. This is supposed to be here. Why would she be asking for these? She's asking for silent care and chipped before she asks for vanilla. Alright, so forget this. Let me see if I can get it to be made this way to teach the recipe, and the recipe is that. Let's put this here. 1, 2, 3. And this is the recipe we want her to use. Let's look at a sticky and give her that recipe. And what is this? This is a multi-piston, and give her that recipe as well. All right. That was the oak, right? Evelyn is courier number 1. She is. And what you doing? What you trying to do? Or are you just looking? Is it raining? It might be raining. She's actually in an unfinished distribution center or logistics center. So if it's raining, she's not going to be doing anything right now because she's only a level 3, even though she is the number 1. And we'll leave her for now. Here comes a bunch of druids. Mildred is leaving. Everyone's going home. Okay, so let's come back and look and see if we got anything else. So we still needed a piston, and now it's showing something more realistic, and red wool is the other thing that we haven't gotten yet. So we can do one more half hour here. And I want to see if I want to do furnishings or if I want to look at, that's what I want to do. That's exactly what I want to do. The new dairy. So here are our dairy farms. We have 5. We have Marcel and Lena, not Elena, Lena, and this is their dairy, which they're sharing with the shepherds. And this is Marcel here, and right over here, this is Lena, and this set right here. So that's one set of dairy farmers. Then down here we have a second set of farmers. Those are underwater base farms, level 5 farms and pasture. We're going to go here where we have an arcology level 5 and another underwater base level 5 together, and those two are making the third and fourth field. So this pasture right here is a combination of the arcology pasture and the underwater base pasture, the arcology dairy farmer and the underwater base. This is Miguel right here, and this is Dex, the first Dex right here. Dex has been a couple of things, but he settled into being a dairy farmer really well. And Rayange, who is dairy farmer number 1, now has a level 5 dairy farm. We haven't done anything to it. It's still leaking, and we'll have to look at some of those things. Now up here is the full field. Because of the way this looks right now, the way it is, I don't think I'm going to put the farmer up here. I was thinking I was going to put the second farmer in the field, but I think it's going to take up too much space. Because even Arcology's farm is pretty big. So I don't have, there is one farm that I might be able to use. And so let's come here, let's do steampunk. Now the way, nope, wrong thing, wrong, all wrong, everybody's wrong. Let me get a builder tool. We'll bring the builder tool down. We have this, I think the axe is up here. It is. Let's bring the axe down. Let's put these right here. These are the resources for Pity. And then we have our builders here. Elena doesn't have anything to do. She's actually going to be the one who's going to build this new thing. Now, Steampunk has a huge farm that has separate little pieces, and I'm hoping that one of those is going to work here. And let's see. Let's go to husbandry. And let's go to the cowhands, Space Cowboy. And this one is probably the one that I want. But you see what's happening here? So where's the hut block? Space Cowboy, level 6. And I've got a hut block, but I'm not showing anything. Let's go upstairs and go out and look at some of these for a minute and see if I can find something. And then remember, we have to lower this piece. This piece is meant to be deep underwater, and it's not. So we're going to lower it. But right now, let's X that. Let's come up here and look at, oops, sorry, TEAM, Steampunk, husbandry, and we're waiting for, there we go. Oh, it's raining. That's going to make it difficult. The Space Cowboy. And a level, Space Cowboy level 6 so I can see where it is. Alright. So in order to have this be at the same location, look at this, it's got double, at the same location as the other, It has to be upstairs in order for it to see the field. And we would have to have it inside the field. Okay, let's look at and see if there's one more. Who could there be? Who else has another farm? Switch. Underwater Bases farm we have already. Their cows. Sandyton doesn't have anything extra. I don't think they added anything, but we'll check. They did. Level 5. Yeah, it's building. Switch. I would have to take the farm out, but I can't because they have to be able to find the cows. And that's the thing, that they have to find the cows. I thought that Steampunk had a piece, but that is it. That where you can have a single barn with all of the animal keepers, animal farmers in one building. And that's actually it, that piece that we just saw. It's the one that we're going to end up using. I don't think that there's anything else that is going to work. I don't think even the new hive has a separate piece, but let's look for a second at husbandry and let's look at cowhand, and sure enough it makes a complete hut. And then it looks like they have a space that's supposed to lead to where the cows, I don't know how. Let's hope they're not keeping cows there. And level 5, yeah, that's a little scary. Okay, so let's X this and let's go back down. We are going to put it upstairs and we'll just take away everything except the hut block on that. So is it still raining? It stopped. It's sunrise. Let's take this down. So the way we're going to take this down is we're going to separate. How many do we need? I think we only need one coming up to this surface part right here. So let's remove all of the glass in this part right here. I do have a picture if I need. I'm removing this first so that we can use the top part to see. And let me do this for a second. See these two right here? Let's get these two pieces and put them right here. So we need one here and one here. And you can see the water just dropped away, but when these are opened up, I don't think it matters. There we go. So I think that's going to be fine. And let's continue for a second. So yeah, we made, because of our location, Arnaaluk is pretty close to the surface. So that's why the skylights on the tops of the buildings are actually coming through the surface, and that is the type of city we made here in the glaciers. You can make deep water ones if you want. We did not do that. Okay, next, right here, let's take whatever this is and put it all around this block. So we need this, to be covered with this right here, all the way around. And there's that. And then let's take this, and what is this? This is ice on top of this. And there we got it, a full set of block all the way around. Now we might not need to do the whole thing because of the location. See how close we are to the skylight? So we might just want to just do this and not have the full piece. And we'll see in just a minute. Okay. And then on the outside is this. And we can put these out here on the roof right here like this. On both sides, we'll just put this as a landing platform location. And now we're going to do this. So these, they made 2, 3, 4. I did not give them that. So let's come to here. Let's get rid of these for a second. The glass trapdoors we're using. The glass panels, I need to give them back. So we can do that when they ask for them, or we can assume that we've already given them those back. And that goes for the other materials too. So what are we doing here? We're going to use sponge, and we're going to remove these pieces and replace them with sponge. Here, nope, that's not working. Let's take the water off the top first. Let's remove the ice so we can put sponge in the corners to get rid of the the water sources that are here. See if there's a water source here. Let's see if there's a water source on the bottom. Of course there is. So let's take this source away on this side. And there it goes. See, it's all going down. Am I going to have to bring up the sponge in this area just to get this water to go down in this spot? Let's bring a sponge up right here. Let's see if I can get the water to go down. I should be bringing that up everywhere where I see one of those spots. See, there's a flat part right here. So let's bring up the sponge in this part here. And that gave us our flat. Take the water away. And we just have to take the water away from all of this. This water has been here so long that the ice has frozen up higher than the water level in these sections right here. But all of this is too high up. There shouldn't be any water here. This still has to be built, so it doesn't, I'm not going to take the water off of there. And so I still have a really high one right here. I probably should have used the sponges to take away the water. I should have done sponges on the bottom of this, but I didn't think about it. I kind of did, and then I went, oh no, we don't need to do that. Yeah, we don't. Okay, we should have done it for the piece, the glass piece that went down. Put sponge all the way up the top. We're almost done. Down here, let's remove the water from these areas. That's how long it's been here, this water. You can see that it's growing up over the sides. And now I have one. See this one right here? You can see it. So let's move back. And let's take that source away. Let's take this source away. And let's take the source away here. I see you. This is the top of the ice is the top of the water. And these ice pieces here are up too high, but it's okay. I don't care so much about them. We're good to go. Dun, 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 dun. This is what's left of the glacier that was here. There was actually a glacier right here, and this piece of ancient ice is still sitting on top of the building right there. Is it too heavy? It would be, wouldn't it? I think it would be just sitting by itself. A lot of the ones that are there actually are connected to a whole mountain, but this isn't. So I'm going to take it off. Snow's fine. You're going to get covered with snow anyway. And there we have it, people. We have done it. So this is the landing spot that was meant on this field. And we can go down in here and land in the water. And we are not injured. Right over here, this is where we're going to put it. We have to in order to get it to work in here. So let's go back to steampunk. STEAM. And let's go to husbandry, to cow hand. Dairy farmer. Uh-oh. In trouble. Okay, there we are. Let's go back to cowhand. SP. Hi, you. Hello. Do you want to be petted? And there it is, right there. See that? That's it. And it's in the right place to get the maximum amount of field here. Excellent. So I'm happy with that. So this is the hut block right here, and this is level 1. Level 6 is going to look like this. Upsy daisy. Okay, level 6 is going to have this piece right here because it has to have all these blocks, so it's going to have them right there. That's fine. We will take them away afterwards. All we need is this. So let's come back to level 1 and let's assign a builder. And here we are, and the build options, the builder is going to be Elena. Build the building. So she's going to start working on this. This isn't here yet. Oh, we're lagging. Hold on. That was a lot of stuff that we just did. And so we're lagging some. And Elena is now going to work on that. Let's put her back here. And we're good. How much time? So that is almost all the time. We'll see in just a minute. There's Rayansh. Rayansh is going to have someone to help him take care of the cows, and also who's going to add an amount of cows to this area. This is dripping. It shouldn't be. This should be out of the water. So hold on for a second. Let's go up here and see why that is dripping right there. That's why. See this right here? Because this should be out of the water. There shouldn't be any dripping. So come down here. We've got that one, this one. This is the reason why all those sponges, we sent back 14 stacks of sponges. Those sponges went back to my people for the use of sponges that I have been doing. Arnaaluk has paid for all of those sponges that I've been using the whole time. And we're good to go. So we can come back up. That should have stopped all of the leaking, and it did, right? Yeah, it did. Look at all of you. Oh, look at the babies. Why are you stuck here? I see. Okay, you. This is going to be a problem. Hold on. I need two things. Scaffolding, AFF. Let's do scaffolding for a minute, and then let's get a lead, which I have on me because I think that baby is stuck. Let's hope I can use a lead on the little ones, because sometimes you can't. But I did. Okay, you go there. And now, let me come down here. This is going to be hard, but I think I can do it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh! Oh! Oh, poor thing! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hurry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have expected that. I don't think there's... I know, I'm sorry you lost your baby. I know. Hold on. Let me see how badly injured they are. They're poor things, all frightened. But I can't bring her back up there. But what I can do is put her in the other dairy. Put her in this dairy right here. Wait! Where is she? Okay. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Come on. I know you hear your mama. I know, but you're not going to be able to go back up there. I don't know that there's... Jelly Bean! Hi, Jelly! I don't know that there's any way that I can get her back up to her own mother. She's going to have to be adopted over here. Uh-oh. So I did some things, and I think those things have confused Java, and I think I'm going to have to... This is going to be dangerous, but we're going to try it. Come on, you. Come on, come on. That's it. Put that down. Let's bring this one over. Poor thing. But they're going to take care of you. Yes, they are. Poor thing. See, she's getting fed right away. Getting fed right away. She's hungry. Okay, that was unfortunate. But we needed to put in a ladder piece right here. Now, even when she does this, I'm really hoping that this ladder piece, at least a portion of it, remains, and it's not going to. With an actual trapdoor, I'm going to have to put a panel over top of this. And we'll just leave them. When Rayange comes up to feed them, then they'll be fine. They're just looking for Rayange to come. And in this area, now that this is a level 5, error, error. I'm having all sorts of errors. I'm still streaming? Okay. Error. Okay. So the light gray panel we don't... Did it go away? Did it go away?
Yeah,
It's stuttering?
just for a minute there it was like super framey.
Okay. Did it remain? Jelly, are you still there? Let me come here while we're waiting to find out. Do I want to put a different color in here? I could put green. Do I have any green? I bet I don't. Oh, I might have green up in the ceiling. Do I have green panel? Let's see, I do. Yay! Okay. So the babies calm down, and the mother will probably hear from the other mothers that the baby is fine. We'll get some dark for there. Oh, phew. Okay, good. How are you? How have you been? It's Tuesday. It feels like it's farther along in the week, but it's actually only Tuesday. This is the only part that's leaking is this area, and I feel like doing something different with it this time. So we're going to put the green under in these sections right here, which will be fun. Did you get a chance to see the new transportation area? Or are you just coming in? Let's trade this out. So we're going to use the green. Oinky. No, yes. Okay. 2, 3. So we put in a balloon platform for Arnaaluk to connect, to be able to connect with Pity, so that people can travel between them. And we've got this. This is leaking right here. Let's get this part. That's actually a part of this building. And we've got this part. And this and this. And so on Twitch on Saturday, remember we did Twitch in the afternoon on Saturday. We worked on the transports, the balloon airport terminals. They're terminal areas, entry areas for the different, I like that. If we wanted, we could take a second stripe and put around. Do I feel like doing that right now? Maybe not. I think I'm just going to make it very dressy. And there we are for right now. This is it. Are we going to put any grass or anything in here? I don't know yet. It's a mystery. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Are you leaking? I thought I saw water. I am seeing water. Why are you leaking? That's unusual. These don't usually leak. Let's cover them. Since they insist on leaking, we'll keep that there. Shoot, if they're gonna leak like that, let's replace them. But now we'll just cover it for right now. All right, these can go away. They are in the room. All of this is in the room. And Rayansh, we're gonna follow him up. Although this might not be a good time if he's gonna start harvesting, but he's feeding right now. And this is the new farmer. And we can't do anything here because it's 0. And we need it to be a level 1 before anyone can join Rayansh. And when the time comes to join Rayansh, are you having a good time, you guys? Are you having a good time here? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm amazed he could get down. Let's look ahead here. And let's look. Ariana is a professor and school teacher. Everly is not working. She has athletics. Fabian is the librarian. Everly's probably helping with the library right now. Gemma is helping with the library. She is a student, and she's got the best so far. Kiara is the cocoa farmer who doesn't have a cocoa field right now. Renata and Talon. Well, that's who Everly is. Everly is actually running with Renata the other bookstore, the bookstore at the trees, and Talon is in the bookstore near the Mystic site. We should have diamonds, but I'm going to check. Maybe I'll bring some more back to make sure. To Pity. We're going to research Mystic site. We can research at level 1. So we don't have anyone except Gemma. Gemma's a 7 and 7. That's her best numbers, although she's got a lot of mana, but these druid kids do. She doesn't have a lot of focus, so she doesn't want to really. She's a good researcher, and she's doing fine. We will probably move Gemma here. So we're going to have Gemma as a farmer. We're going to have Jenna. Jenna is the rabbit farmer. They're both going to be living in this area. A little confusing. Monroe, do you know I have forgotten all about you? Do you have any food at all? Up? Yep. See what's happening? Okay. I'm lagging too much. We have rice. We have grilled chicken and steaks. And all we have here is more ravioli. These are meat raviolis that we've got all of these of. All she has is meat raviolis. You see what that means? She doesn't have any vegetable dishes. 1, 2, 3, and put the 41 in the fridge. And this one goes back to the warehouse. We'll let this one go back to the warehouse. She doesn't have any food. She's serving a much larger variety than that. She should have eggplant. There is no eggplant being done. I'm going to have to stay here. I am convinced. I don't have anything that's showing me otherwise. But what it looks like to me is that, oh yeah, nah, we're not going to be able to do it. That's my third, fourth one of those. Let's get out. What it looks like to me is that if you have more than one, it seems to be going with the lower one. It seems to be going with the lower one. We had I want to call them plantains for some reason now. Eggplant stuff. We're waiting for CurseForge to come up and for CurseForge to launch the Minecraft launcher. Let's look. There are no updates. The updates this morning are working just fine. They worked before the first YouTube stream. And so now we are waiting for, there it is, the launcher, the Minecraft launcher to come up. And now the launcher is loading Minecraft. But yeah, that's what it seems like. And so we're going to go ahead and make sure that that cookery, that third cookery, gets up to the level 4, or at least the level 3, I think that she's working on. And I might help by delivering some things. If she's not getting them yet, I'm going to have them delivered. I'm going to deliver them from their warehouse, but I'm still going to deliver them. And I should take this time to drink, shouldn't I, Jelly? Mm-hmm. And there is the game loaded. Let's come over here and let's make CurseForge go away. CurseForge is now my new TV. And what I mean by that is, it is the only place where I see commercials, unless I'm on Twitch, and those commercials. Ugh. So, but yeah, Arnaaluk, let's come up. So Twitch, CurseForge, that's it. YouTube, I don't usually watch a lot of stuff that would have commercials on YouTube. But I guess so. I skip those. But dun, 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 dun. I'm not gonna move for a minute. I'm gonna let it come up to speed. It is daytime, and so all the builders are going to check in. We'll let some of them check in. Hallie is checking in. Elena checked in. No, Ryan checked in. There goes Case. Case is checking in. And we'll wait for the others. We should see. There's Lionel. Lionel's checking in. And River's checking in. She's working on the submarine. Lionel's working on housing. Hallie's working on housing behind us. And Ryan's working on the cookery we're going to check on. And now we're just waiting for Elena to check in. And she's not checking in yet. She's not checking in because she's waiting for materials. And why do I have this in my... There's Danny. Yay, Danny. And we did see Case. So I think that's everybody. Why do I have this on me? Oh, I was doing the floor. Because this is a permanent space now. And we could actually have this come here. Because this is, in fact, the dairy farm here. Housing is on this side, and we will probably have this one go through, this one right here go through, and then this one will be orange in this area, and the chicken farm, I forget what color the chicken farms are. So I'll have to go look whether they're light green or dark green. They might be dark green. So we'll look and see. And we'll do that one when the time comes. All right. You have commercials on your Spotify right now. You can't do the 13. Yeah, you already have YouTube Premium. Xbox Game Pass. Nicely. Directly under... power sources smoke, and this is why I don't necessarily want to put one someplace where it'll be noticeable that it's smoking. And so I'll have to think about that, where I want to put the power source for. Here it is. There's an error again. What a strange day. I wonder what it is. I mean, there's some bad storms in the area, and I guess that is causing the problem, but I might be disconnected again. I'm going to see. I'm getting bad framing.
Oh.
Did I just break?
Oh, it was back for us. Just a second.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's back.
It's back? Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Elena, what are you waiting for that no one can get you?
So, what'll it be for you?
For? Shears? What do you need shears for? Are you going to cut the grass in that area? Is that what you're waiting for? Okay. What else do you need? You need oak, and it's unreal that there isn't any oak in this area, or shears for that matter. Look at that. This is what these guys have been working on so much, that there actually isn't. Wait. Can you even eat pumpkin pie? That would be good. I paused for a second. Power got knocked out and it caused damage. Yeah, now all of these computers and things, I live with a developer. So they're all on, what are they called? What are those things called? There's that thing that they put down, so they're not directly
again.
connected into
It's
the
filling,
wall.
but I love this cake.
It's worth every dime to have those to keep from being things from being damaged. And it's good. I know. All right. She's waiting for shears, and she must have got them. Nope, it's sunset. I don't have to worry about her. UPC, I think UPC is what they are. I think well, obviously you're right, Jelly. Power strip was what I was looking for. That's the way I recognize them. Ryan. Okay, we're going over to Ryan for a minute and then we're done. We're going back to Pity with what we have, and we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to come back here when the piston is done. Delivery of a piston! Yahoo! There's a piston here somewhere. No, it's not in there. Oh, it's being delivered. But it hasn't been delivered yet. Wait. Yay! Yay! The flower pots were delivered. Okay, what are we waiting for now? We're waiting for red wool. 12 red wool. And the piston. And the piston is going to be delivered tomorrow. I don't think it's here. Piston. Nope. See, it's in process. It's in the process of being delivered. So we'll have to wait for it. But yeah, we got all the things that we asked for. Let me put this over here. I've got food that's going to go bad. We'll put that in the fridge. Where did I get the steaks from? From walking through the dairy, probably. Let's put this here. All of this up here is from Arnaaluk's warehouses and is going to Pity. Pieces that are needed for the buildings that are going up there. Let me put the steaks back here. I could. Is she serving steak now? I think she is. I think I'll hold on to the 2 steaks because Romina is serving steak for a moment or two, and so we'll give her that. And how much time do we have before nighttime? That's too long. Let's go to Brianna and I have 2. Here comes Raphael is here, but then I have 2 of the other guards, peacekeepers back here. I've got a mine car. There it is. She is Galilea right here, and I think Brianna is in the mine. So let me look for a second. This is Galilea here, and upstairs is Brianna. Bailey! I'm sorry, Bailey! Thank you for letting me use your bed. Bailey is in the mine with Jameson. Jameson is the miner in the second miner that we have. and Bailey goes down into the mine with him. It is morning, and everyone is getting up and bright and early and walking to their jobs. This is the Willows apartment, and that's Raphael sitting there. Raphael, who is Daniela's. Raphael and Daniela are essentially an item. Uninterruptible power supply. UPS. Yes. What is this? What did you just do? How did you do that rail? I have never seen that before. Did you see them riding up this rail? That was cute. That was like her riding the rail in the cookery. No. Okay, there's Steffi going to her restaurant, and there are couriers running all around, and we still don't have one yet. So we're still waiting for it to be delivered. It says delivery of piston. So we're still waiting for that. And the red wool is not coming. We would need a dye shop. What is that? Look at that right there. See those people jumping up and down? Where are they? Why are they? What is going on here? Are they still somewhere? See them all together? Those are explorers, I bet. Hold on. I'm trying to find those red marks. I see you. Did they go away yet? Yes, those are explorers, and they're headed back to the exploration center. Wasn't I going to fix that grill? Which grill? Hold on. Oh, you mean the one that she was riding on? The one, yeah, I think I did. This is a new one here. Back here, this is a new cookery back here. And so we have another one of those grills again. Right here. I hope that's not keeping that from happening. And who's this? This is Paloma, who came over to start this new cookery here. What is holding you up, O'Brien? Yeah. Shoot, I don't want to stay.
'Tis a fine day.
You hear that? That's the baker. Whoa, look at this. What are you making?
What is it?
You're not able to dump your inventory? I will work on it. I apologize. I forgot about you. You have too many sets of eggs. So we'll take one set away. You have cocoa, honey, and you have stuff to make pizza. You don't need the bottles. And that's his food. And they should come and pick up the other part. Where's your refrigerator? Hi. Hi, Gray. Let me look here. That's Gray right there. Where's your refrigerator? Don't you have a fridge? I must have a fridge for... Oh, are you putting your stuff in her refrigerator? Why don't we do that? Nope, not the bottles. She can have the bottles. No, I don't want to fill her up. I'll take them to the warehouse. Okay, so we wanted to make a little bit of space so that he can make things. And he's got a little bit of everything, but you see what he doesn't have? He doesn't have any milk, so he can't make anything. He's got yogurt. He's got the cheesecakes to make into mint chocolate cheesecake. And he's got some breads and things that should be picked up. So I'm going to pick them up for a minute. And let's take this and put into the oven right now. Let's take that one, smelting recipes, right. Let's take this and put it into the oven, and that gives him a lot more space. So we'll put this in here, and that'll start cooking, and everything else can go back to the warehouse. And you
What's it
need,
today, then?
whoops, you
Good
need,
to see you.
what? That piece. And they're waiting for stick. Orange concrete. I had that orange concrete in my hand. Ryan needs orange. The stonemason is getting a delivery of that orange concrete. And then the frame, light blue, and the sole, all of those are being delivered. So she is almost ready to get everything that she needs, and this is good. Did we get our piston yet? Let's come over here and check. Let's put these in here, just so that they go into the refrigerators. Not yet. The supply line. Oh man. Okay. I have a feeling that Mildred didn't make it. I think it's coming from Bear, or from, who's the other one over there? We have 3. We have a retail mechanic as well. And that's what Mildred was doing, and that's why she moved here also, because I think she didn't want to do retail anymore. She wanted to be a real mechanic again. The retail mechanic does things. They make clocks and things like that. They make the small stuff like that, but she wanted to work on submarines. She was working on submarine with Bear, but she wanted to do more of the submarine work. And Bear was having her, with Bear there, she ended up running the retail shop. So because he's an amazing mechanic as far as submarines are concerned, which is why she was happy to have him working as a submarine tech. So now we are going to say goodbye to, hi everybody. Are you going home? Let me see if they are. What time of day is it? No, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And unfortunately, we are not going to get the last 2 things that we need before we leave. The piston's in delivery, and the red wool hasn't been made at all yet. So it's probably waiting on red dye, and we don't have a dye shop in this area, which makes me almost want to.
I can't.
So let's go back. Besides, I'm overheated a little bit in what I have on here. See? So it's time for me to cool off by going to Piti Hamalaluk. Piti Hamalaluk. And that's it, Hamalaluk. And we're going to use the magic words, and we're going to disappear. And here we are. Let's give the world a chance to sign in. Now, I might have to reboot. The biomes you've gone we've gone, had updated. And I think that update I think they updated some of the stuff that's already exists. And so we'll have to see. It's sunset, and here we are. So I'm going to come down here in the dark. I know it is very dark. I should have one of these. And we're going to land on the new walkway. So this walkway joins this particular house right here with the mine and the courier platform. This is a balloon platform for courier right here. We're going to put a second balloon platform there as well. And here, when we have the upstairs, it actually goes to the house that's up here. And this house is going to be for either the miner or the courier. So that is what this road connects right here on the side, and it also connects to Brittany's shop with the door open. And this is Brittany right here. There's a bunch of stuff we're supposed to be giving her, and this is Brittany. We still haven't replaced Tiago, and we're going to look at the things that she needed. I don't think it's showing it. Yep, that's why I'm doing this. And ooh, it's a ceiling. Let's come here. Let's look at this, and nothing is showing. So let's go into here, and I'm just going to take all this stuff down. I know these are for her for sure. And the piston, the roses were to dye wool, so we'll just have to dye it ourselves. This is for, I got some and then I ordered some more, I bet. Let's put this in these chests, and those are hers. And I think these might be hers. We'll check and see in just a moment. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's go to sleep. No, let's take these things up to the warehouse for a sec. It is late at night. And it's not that late though. It's 10. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock at night. Let's put the tools, the string away. Let's put these pieces away. Yes. Hi, who are you? Ava. Ava, do you have anything that we can use right now? Adaptability and agility. What's your agility, adaptability? She's a hall. We have halls at Arnaaluk. She's been here for a while. A little unhappy. She's probably disappointed that she's coming in before the market has been built. And I think that's all I'm going to do until they wake up. So I don't want to use her bed, but I can put mine down next to hers or right over here. Why don't I do that? Let's put a bed there, a sleeping bag. That's Lilith's. Sleeping bag there. Might as well leave mine for a moment. Nah, I'm not gonna leave it. They get soggy. she's just leaving hers because she's getting ready to go to bed. And now we can come. Here's Leslie. Let me see what you have, Leslie. Agility, adaptability. Nope. No. And let me come down here. We're going to have to put in a bridge for both of these areas. A bridge for here, probably to come across, and definitely a bridge, a real bridge, not just a land bridge, but an actual working walkway right here. And there she is started. So let me see what she's
What's it
asking
today, then?
for. She's asking for peat, and we were supposed to have some on us. We did get some. I hope I didn't make it go away. I don't think so.
Tis a
she's
fine
asking for
afternoon.
the peat first, and I will work on that. And then let's come here. And yep, the flowers, the brewing stand, the cauldron, the chests are for her. So let's come here. The flowers, the brewing stand, the chests, the cauldron, which isn't down, and the crafting tables I think are hers. And we'll look and see about the black. I think the black is hers also. Let's look for a second, and then I'll show you where that is, where that's going up. So she has all of this. She needs white wool, the stone bricks, and spruce planks, spruce log, and the piston. All of that is hers. So let's take this down. I have the piston. Where did I get the piston from? I thought I didn't have it. What? Hold on. And let's come here. This is hers. This is hers, I think. She needs some wool. We'll give her this much. And this is hers, the light blue. And then we're going to dye some red wool. And the cauldron. There's the cauldron. And these are for the for Leandro, who's working on the book store. So where's the banner? I thought we got a banner, but maybe we didn't. Okay, so let's come here. There's not enough room. Let's go downstairs. And there's a bunch of stuff here that she's not using right now. I'm going to take this and put it all in the warehouse, this part, so that we can put these pieces in here, including the cauldron and that. Let's take this single stick away. And I don't know about the moss. And didn't she need some wool, actually? No, part of it is mine, right? For me to make her stuff, right? Torches? I don't know that she needed those. Hi. There are no torches here.
Can I
And now
help
what
you?
do you need? You need the peat. Okay. So these are going to the warehouse, and this is wool I'm keeping. Nope, I didn't give her any wool. Inventory, give her the wool. And we're good to go. Okay. I know, I want one. I do want a courier. I actually do. I'm looking forward to the day when we have a courier. With great joy, I'm looking forward to the day Let's put all of this right here for a minute. And that takes care of that. And then let's go to Leandro, who is working on, that's why we need all that wool. Let's come here for a second. I just realized why we need the wool, and I have it on me. Let's dye. Let's use this. I don't know how much we're going to do, but we'll start by dyeing a portion of this right here, and we only need 12. And so we'll give those, and the rest is just going to be here. So I'm going to put this here for a minute, and let's go see what Leandro is doing. He is building us a guard tower. He is building us the first balloon guard, and there it is right there. You can see he's almost done. He's run out of wool, and this is what we were bringing back for him. It seems like he has gotten done a pretty good amount, and so we need to give him some wool. And there he is right over here, a little perturbed. Yes,
It's a
I
fine
know.
day.
Yes, I know. Okay, and let's take some of this out and see how much he actually needs. Here, let's look at the requirements. Eight pieces? All of that for 8 pieces of wool? Okay. Let's take this away. Let's take the stick. Let's look in the inventory here. You're eating garlic? Is that what you're doing? Are you actually, Leandro, having garlic? Interesting. And we'll put the rest of the wool away. And we can show you where the market is going to be. You can see already that the tree is gone, and she's putting down peat in the areas to level it. This tree, when the market is finished, we will bring this tree back down to the ground. Right here, we've got a new person, Deleza. Deleza? Is your name Deleza? 27 gold? Agility and adaptability, 17 and 15. Or Deleza? Deleza. She has 8 mana. She's young, but she's saying she wants to. That is too high. Don't you think? That's too high a price. But the boldness, she's bold. She's not a thief. What thieves usually do is they make outrageous claims. Like they have 30, and 30 experience in something. I'm going to say that she's good. If she isn't, we will tell you that what we do is we give them fool's gold. And then if they stay, we'll give them the real thing. We'll take it from, how much is it? 27 gold. So we'll take it from Arnaaluk for Deleza. Recruit. And sure enough, she's a real person, which we knew because she's young, but she's just asking for the best price. She's probably been to one of those classes that says, know your worth. You're worth a lot. She is our new courier. And we're going to bring her down here. She's going to live in the hill. Actually, Bode is not going to be living here. We're going to have her live here. So we're going to unassign Bode and have Deleza be here. Quick, it's sunset. Bode is actually going to be living in a house near the library because he's going to help Ezra with her studies. But for right now, he's going to be here so he's not homeless because we don't have the other house built yet. And then right here, dun, 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 our first courier. And that is Deleza right here. See the evenness? Yeah, he has 23, but he has 5. That's not good. So we're going to hire her here, and we need to give her keys to the warehouse. So let's come up here and arrange for her to have keys to the warehouse. And we'll come here, and she is courier number 1. So right here, couriers. Yay! Dun, 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 dun. Excellent. So she's good. She not only lives close enough to her hut, her courier hut, but she also lives close enough to to the warehouse. And okay, so let's go to sleep for a sec, and then I'll put the rest of this stuff in the warehouse and she can begin delivering. What are you going to do? Oh, are you going to get some coffee? Are you going to get some tea? Your iced coffee. Ooh, I get to have a drink. Yay. Can I have a sip?
Of course.
Can I have? Yes, please. It sounds good for some reason. Thank you. Vincentius Primus, everybody. Let's go to sleep for a sec, and we can now put everything in the warehouse. So all the things that we have over here, we put almost all of it away. I think we've put everything. Good, yay! It's all gone. There is water in here, but that's okay. We'll just leave that. And I could put my own personal thing. And him. And I love him. I love him very, very much. Yeah, he's sweet. He's always been sweet. And so we're going to put the wool in here. But we do both. I mean, he's making me this right now, but then, you know, we take care of each other. We do. We do. It's fun. And it's one of those things, Jelly, where both of us are like, when we first
I'm finally done for today.
started having a relationship, it was that, yeah, you know, relationships are hard. Things don't work out. If we don't like it, if it is no longer fun, then we won't do this anymore. That's what we said. We said, if this isn't fun, whenever it gets to the point where it's not fun, we will just agree to, you know, say goodbye to each other. And that's fine. And that's how we started. We started with that we are that kind of people. And so we started with that. And that was 35 35 years ago. That was 35 years ago. Yes. So, yeah. Yeah. And I've told you that before, haven't I, Jelly? That when we were married in Jamaica, and when we were married, they put on the certificate spinster because I was 30. I think I was 30 plus. I don't remember right this second, but I was 30 some years old plus when we tied the knot. And in Jamaica, that's considered a spinster. So that was fun. It was very fun. We laugh about that. I would have been happy if they had just put witch, but I think they would have burned me there. They're so afraid. The religious, the Christians are afraid. The ones outside of Christianity, of course, we didn't see, because they don't work the plantations, which is what they call the resorts in Jamaica. So yeah, it's one of the reasons I think we haven't been back, was that sort of realization that they're, yeah. Now she needs peat, and I'm just going to check. That would be a shame if we came all the way here. I thought I had collected some peat for her. Let's come here and let's sort. Very old-fashioned, to say the ultimate least. Very old-fashioned. Peat, AT. There's only 12 in here. Hi! Look at you! How are you? Are you getting it together? Okay. There's only 12 in here. Shoot. I'm going to have to look at the other builders for a second. You mean considering the original age of a spinster was 18? Well, I think that's why. And I was not 18. I think they would have been fine if up to maybe like 25 or something like that. But I was definitely not 25 even at that particular time. And I will tell every woman ever, wait, wait, wait. Everything will come to you if you wait. Everything will come. Wait. Does he have any peat? He doesn't. Let's go over to Tiago's, which will still be Tiago's until we get another builder. And we could stand to have another builder. So we're going to start looking for a replacement for Tiago as well. Let's see if there's any peat here. There's 6. Seriously? I thought for sure that we had more peat than that. That's lush dirt. This is peat. These two are lush dirt. This is peat, this darker color right here. And we'll see. And so, yahoo! Excellent! Excellent. So he is automatically going to start building the library so that Bode can come over and help Ezra. And this guard tower was meant to move the border. It's only a level 1, but it should still move the border. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. It did move it this way. I needed it to move this forward, and it didn't. All right. I need another builder. So we put in a new guard tower here as well. An underground guard tower, which is going to be built right here. We just don't have anyone to build it yet. Uh-oh. So Leandro is going to pick between the library and the guard tower, and he better pick the library, but he might not. We'll see what happens. And he's picked the guard tower. Oh, wait a second. I know why. We couldn't do the library because Ezra was still working on it. Can we do it now? We can. Well, shoot. Leandro, he did not want to. Okay, now we really have to help her get some peat. So what I am going to do is I am going to do the ambassador thing, that we are going to get her some peat. I'm going to supply the peat, and then let me see, and then we'll have to get it back from as they go along. Let's do 2 stacks of peat that have to be returned to me. And originally spinster meant a spinner of thread, and as that was a job typically done by unmarried women, yes, it was the thing that was done. So they said, that's, what are you? I'm a spinster, rather than saying I'm unmarried. And then, of course, like every female title, it became a derogatory thing. And was a confirmed bachelor. They actually called them confirmed bachelors. Curious. Let's put the peat here so that she can get it. This oak log is mine. Let's put this back. Let's get some peat. And let's get 2 stacks, and we'll do it closest. Yeah, well, and there you go. Deleza. I like Deleza. Deleza. I like that. All right, let's go find ourselves a builder. Let's go out the door. Let's look at some people. It's sunset. There's a person right there, and his name is Keelan. And Keelan wants 6 enchanted books. Wow, Keelan. You know something? These people have gotten very expensive. Doesn't seem fair in the battle of the sexes. Fair is only someplace that you go to judge livestock. That's a good one. That's a good one, Jelly Bean. That is accurate. What do we need for, let's see. Let's get a skill for a second. Let's look at a builder. Builder is adaptability and athletics. So adaptability, athletics, adaptability. Nope, the athletics is on top, so we're going to say no. We need adaptability to be the high, and we'll just have to wait. Now that there's Pete, Brittany, who is a level 2, she should be done in a little bit. This is where we're putting a marketplace. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a farmer's market like a Brigadoon farmer's market here in this area, right here, right outside of the tavern and right outside of the town hall. And this farmer's market is going to have a mechanic, a dye shop, and some things like that. Yeah, he's not enough. Doesn't have enough of the things that we need. Who's that? Who's that there? There's Keelan talking to Lilith. Lilith checking. There's someone over here, but they're inside. Okay. And there is someone, Brooklyn Fletcher. Wow. That is the name of a person I know. Wow. Brooklyn wants quartz, and what are we talking about? Agility and adaptability. What did I just say? Isn't it athletics and whatever? She is not for us. She is going to be a druid. Look at this, 16. She's going to be a druid someday. She definitely is. She's in her first year at university. And she is wanting to go back to school. She does not want to stay with us. Look at Penelope's hair. Look at you. Let's come here. Goodrick. A Goodrick. And she is a druid. She is a good druid. It's going to give us a lot of people to feed. I have to be careful about that. But it would help Lilith. For an 18 and an 18, she's well matched. How much? What does she want? Wait, what do you want, Penelope? What do you want? Oh, you want gold too? You know, this is the second person who wants. They made the prices higher. They did. 29 gold. Not Telesia, but the one before her was also 29 gold. And I owe that to the city. Recruit her. And Penelope is going to stay. And we are going to give her a station right away. And did that just say what I think it did? Okay, no, it just said, it said you can't have any more people. Let's have Penelope be here for right now. I know it's dangerous, but manage and druid, and look at those stats. And there she is. And she will be able to get some things from the warehouse to wear. Some additional clothing to wear from the warehouse, and she'll be good. And she should be okay. We've had druids before with those balloons. Those balloons are not that dangerous. And she's going up. There she is. I can see her in her druid clothing right there. Look at that. And she is headed for her balloon. And she's quite happy having a balloon. It's unexpected. And she loves it. Okay. Farmer's market. Yes. And so I'm going to actually put the hut blocks. I don't know how it's going to work. It's going to be interesting. But I'm going to put the hut blocks in. Oops. You okay?
No hands.
No hands? Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Where's yours? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I see what happened. You were saying, okay. Iced coffee. Oh my gosh. It's incredible. That's, whoa! I was about to say that's sun coffee. It is cold brew, and it tastes incredible. Let's find ourselves a place to run to right quick. The restaurant, and let's go over here. We'll go to Lilith's guard tower, which is over here. Oh my gosh, before someone gets struck by lightning. Let me get a light. Why? Come on. There we go. And there it is right here. I can be struck by lightning. And let's put this here. Oh my gosh. That was so delicious. It was. So here we are. It is there's sunrise. We just made it. I don't drink coffee that often, but his coffee is so good. So that's cold brew with maple syrup and half and half. Half and half and milk, I think. So half and half. And did I pick it up? No, let's pick this up. Let's put this away. And what was I doing? Oh, I was talking about the farmer's market. Let me show it to you for a minute. For those of you who are watching who haven't seen the original farmer's market from Minecolonies Styles, OG, the original. And long ago, there was only this farmer's market. Decorations, markets, and this market was one of the first public places, and it was interesting to have a space like this. The only problem is that they wouldn't use it. And what we did was we put something here to get the druids, at that time it wasn't druids, it was the military, to come here to eat. And that actually worked. That was one of the first things. There's going to be a well there. And look how many different things we have. So we can probably put in some workers in this area. We don't need a restaurant. If we did have a restaurant, it would probably be a bakery, because we don't have one yet. And we could just make it seem like they would be getting something from the bakery and do it like that. And then around this area, we'll put some more of those little markets pieces. So the decoration, the markets, this is a mini market piece. Let's do a blue one right here. And you can see it's teeny, but it's big enough. We've actually put a coffee shop in these, and it worked out really nicely. In Rosa Oru was really fun. And so we can do some of that here. This is going to be more medieval because we're in the woods. That is they're getting back to nature kind of thing. And we're kind of doing that Star Trek The Next Generation insurrection thing, where they have the capacity for repairing data, but they still are, but they're living like medieval farmers, just because they like to. And so just wanted to show you that that is what Brittany is working on. And when she's done, We'll have her do something else. Keelan, did we look at Ryan? Did we? We probably did. No, honey? I didn't look at her. But she is definitely a kid. She has just barely started university, and she is just spending some time here. Most of the people, it looks like, are disappointed that the market wasn't available, that this wasn't farther along. So there's no university yet. There's no telescope. There's no market. There's a decent restaurant, but it's, it's still kind of small. And so those are some of the things. There are no animals yet. We need a rabbit hutch. And how much time do we have? So let's talk about a change that we've talked about. Bud, how can you be this far out? You're beyond the... How can you be beyond the border? Well, that would be scary, wouldn't it? If we were in a situation, I'm going to call him, Lilith is coming. Lilith's coming and she's going to go, Bud, what in the world? What are you doing? I can't protect you if you're out there. It's like I'm looking at everything and trying to figure out why I'm here. Bode, we're going to give you a rabbit hutch because the wolves are going to kill off all the rabbits in this area. There should be one left, and there is. So let's do the rabbit hutch. If the kids take a day trip, they can come here and come to all the different farms. And we can have a set of different farms here for the kids to see. So if we put a rabbit hutch, we can't put it near this because that's a level 1. This is a level 5. This is all level 1s down here. This is where we're going to have our farms, and so our farm buildings are going to be like right on this hill here. And let's start with Brittany's going to work on her project. Let's start over here and let's look at rabbit hutches. Click down. So we did before. We could use, who does it belong to? I think it belongs to Urban Birch, doesn't it? Because this is sort of like a Disneyland. I would love to use the rabbit head here, and let me see. Let's go to husbandry and see if this is the one, and it is. So this is the rabbit head, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not. Okay, Space Wars. It must be Space Wars. Let's look at Space Wars, husbandry, and let's see if we can find the rabbit head. This is it. Yay! And there it is right there. So I'd like to use the rabbit head, which means that we could sit this in this location here. Let me see how far, how much dirt we would have to build up if we put it right here, because we'd have to build this dirt into this area right here.
Enough work for today.
This part of the hill. But then the rabbit hutch would be here. Let's put it down in this section right here. And that's too close to that. They would take this part away. can I bring it over more in this direction? So that's right on the line for both of those spots. How did you get here? Can you get up? Yes, that pig can actually get up. And let me look at the whole field for a second. That would be cute. That would be cute. That would indeed be adorable. We're gonna have a problem here, Houston. Let's go inside for a minute. Let's move this out. I want to see what's in this corner right here. This corner. Nothing. And that's excellent. So we can put it there, and we don't have to worry about rabbits escaping through the broken part right there, because this is 1, 2, it's 2 across the line. This is level 5, so it doesn't matter. And the rabbit hutch comes below that, and it'll just be covered with grass in this area. This is perfection. So I want it to be down at this level here in the valley. Down in the valley. And let's get a shovel. And let's look. Here, we'll come in here. Right this way, and we can see the hut block is over here. This is what we're looking for, and there it is. Okay. And it's going to have, see, there's going to be a window here, a window here, so that part of the hill will probably come back. Well, it has to. There's the rabbit enclosure right there. I love this rabbit enclosure, and it's one of my favorites. And I did end up building it at Rosa Oro pretty late on, so we didn't get to enjoy it as much. This is coming in much earlier, and here we are. Ready? And let us go to level 1, and let us go here and assign a builder, and there we go. So we'll be able to have Brittany come in after she's done the other and work on this. You can't see a thing. So let me come here. There we go. So see, it's right here, and when she is ready, she'll dig this area out and do what's needed for it. Let's go over to the balloon. And we're just going to go ahead and go to sleep. I still need a miner, and I still need a another guard, actually. I am sleepy. That's what we'll say. And so there we have it so far. I'm going to come down here. Boonk. And so we had to do a couple things here. We had to actually fix this part to cover up the house that's there, and so we're going to put in things in this area to bring back the fact that this is wild. In this part here, put in talls in areas where it seems like there should be some. And then we'll run the grass along some of these areas. don't want to make too much. This is in fact where we're going to have animals. But we did remove a lot of the, well, we added dirt here, so that caused it to look pretty bare. And now we could add flowers. We'll add some poppies. Poppies are in this area. Not that many. Mostly cornflowers. So we'll put some cornflowers up, and that gives us some of the flowers that we have. And here there are some, what are you? Ox eyes. Really? There's some ox eyes? Wow. Let's put these in. And there we go. Okay. So now I'm going to go look at what both of them are doing and see if there is something that needs to be done, something that Leandro isn't getting because it's not in the warehouse. So we'll come over and see. We would have to make a list. Kenya, the list, if we could. Yeah, what you need.
I'll take care of it.
Spruce stairs. There aren't any in the warehouse. Okay. And what else? Yes, I know. Spruce stairs. That's it? Okay. Did you see him nod when I said that's it? He said, mm-hmm. Okay, and let's see what she's doing. Oh, look at this. Look at this. There it is. There's the platform going down. And this is for the marketplace. This is excellent. Okay, so let's go over here and let's make some spruce stairs. And I still haven't gotten to that one thing that I'm going to talk about, and that is the hive. There's a new style, and I mentioned this before. Technically not new. It's been updated by or finished because it was never actually included in the original style colonies of Minecolonies. It was available for you to do, but it wasn't a part of Minecolonies proper. Hold on. And the new hive style is actually a part of Minecolonies proper. And let's come here. Was that spruce? I think it was. S-P-R-U-C-E. And sure enough, there aren't any. So we're going to get some log and we'll make some stairs. So the interesting thing is it's beautiful. It was Lady Shatana, Aravan, and Genotad. They are all three excellent designers, and they have completed a new hive style, and it's really quite beautiful. And so what it said, what I had an idea about was, we've got this plateau, and we could in fact have some invisible, like Disneyland, maintenance businesses under here. So underneath this plateau, see what's under this plateau? Look at this. See that? So the mine is actually under here. So we're going to have to be careful about that, because we do have a mine that's right here. And the lower level of the mine that is not going to expand is this level right here, which is at 116. 116 mine level. We have to keep that in mind because we cannot go below 116. If we do, the miner is going to dig into the places. So 116 is here. So that's more than enough room all the way around that the miner is not going to bother. All the way around this hill, we can have not everything. We're not going to have a crusher. We're not going to have we might not have a choice. And let's go to the university for a second. There are some things that we have to have. For instance, a sifter, I believe, you have to have in order to get some things. And if that's the case, then we'll just put them all underground. We'll put all of the infrastructure underground. So let's change into a player. So we have hearts and like a mermaid on Earth becoming a land dweller, and she has legs. Here she has hearts, and what did that say? Leandro? Wow, you finished it already. Oh my gosh. So that second guard tower is done for level 1. Let's go up. That means that he is going to start working on the library next. This is for whoever was done first. And Brittany is taking her time, rightly so, with getting the market set up. Let's come over here. Hi, Ezra. Ezra, shouldn't you be studying? Shouldn't you be working on something? Golden carrot we can't do yet. Let's look and see. Yay! So we unlocked the library and Leandro is going to build it, and that is what Bode is going to do until the rabbit hutch is done. First aid. We have health points up, first aid, and we can't do anything until level 2 for that. Higher learning, we don't need a school right now, so we'll wait on that. Ambition is the mystic site, and we do have a diamond somewhere, and remember those bones, they were for this. But this is the problem. The bones are at the bottom because we would need a level 2 town hall in order to get a graveyard. We're not going to have one of those yet. So we're not going to have a graveyard for a while. And last of all, but not least, of course, we unlock the hospital. And when we get to the next level, we're going to do band-aids because, of course, people fall here and things like that. Let's look at combat. We have to have a barracks in order to get an archery, and that is something we're absolutely putting under the hill. So avoidance, we don't need any of these. This is for them to get better armor, and right down here, boiled leather. So we have the first of improved leather, and that is helpful. Taunt is next, and we do have guard towers now, but we don't need this until we need paranormics, and we can't get paranormics until we have a university level 3, a barracks level 3. Whoa. Okay, and I don't think I need any of this other stuff down here. Let's go to the tech, and we don't need soft shoe. We're not going to have farms. I don't know, but we're not going to have them. So we'll see how far we get with that. More scrolls is requires an enchanter, and we'll see how that goes. Stone cake unlocks a stonemason. We can't even do a stonemason yet. We need 64 chiseled stone bricks, and I think we have that. I know we have it at Arnaaluk. And then here we need plank for a sawmill, and down here we need lava for a smeltery, which we're not going to have yet, unless we have to. And but we definitely need an anvil so we can repair things, and that requires a mine level 3. Wow. So we're not going to have a blacksmith for a while. And down here, biodegradable. This becomes our farm stuff. We need to unlock a composter in order to get the one thing that we do need from here. Plantation, and one of these unlocks, unless they've moved them. Oh, yay! They moved them to a separate place. This requires composter level 3. So there we are. So the composter environmentalist has to come before we can get a flower shop, before we can get a dye shop. Both of those are off of getting a composter. So based on what we've just discovered, and the fact that we now move the border, hold on, I can't fly, that would not be good. I think I would actually get hurt badly, like mortally badly. Let's go back to being a mermaid. Nope. And we're saying the spell to be a mermaid, and now let's take this and see if we move the border. Dun, 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 dun. A little bit. Yay, team. The border moved just enough for us to put some things in here. We could add housing in 2 areas. We could put a house here and a house here. These houses, even though Bode is going to live in one of these houses for now, these houses are going to be where the kids are going to be raised. We can have a house down below. See where this is? It's nighttime. Let's camp. Let's camp here. I'm going to pull out a sleeping bag and camp. Let's put this right here. That's good. And we can sleep here for the night. The kids are going to be near the university because the school is in the university. Let me roll up my sleeping bag. So we could have kids living in housing down here and taking the escalator up, and I think that'll be okay. We can have we can put something on this escalator to make it safer for when they're traveling. We would need to close in this other side, and we could close it in with glass, and that would make it safe enough. Do I want to build this first? Do I want to build a house right here in these woods, in this wood part right here? See this area right here? Now I found it, but I can't build it. I did. I found the house that I took off the bottom part, but we can't build that here. I would rather take this one right here, this dark right here, and put the house here. Then put it here. This is going to put a lot of land. You want to see? Why am I going to talk about it? Why am I doing exposition when I can simply show you what happens if we put an oak, dark oak, down in that spot? Fundamentals. And there is a residence. There's only one. Let's raise it up. There's the land piece. And oops, let's come out here a bit so that I can see setting this land piece around this dark oak here. Even this puts a strip of land right in this spot. But we could set the land piece around this piece right here. Now here's the problem with this. They're going to want to dig up the entire land and all the trees in this area. So I have to be super careful about where I put it so that they don't dig up the entire land right here. Taking off that top layer and adding a layer here, I'm okay with. This is 142. It's pretty high in this area. It's within the build. It's within the border. And we could have one of our houses right here. Now, if we have a house here, if we want to have a house here, this house is going to go down to the ground. They're just going to go ahead and come down to the ground here and go. What's the matter with you? Hold on. Oops. X. Hold on for a second. Leandro,
So what will it be for you?
you still need 4 more bookcases that aren't there? Hold on. Hold on. We had a ton of bookcases. Didn't we leave them there? I didn't leave all the wool. I should have. Or the iron or the bones. No, of course I didn't. The bookcases are here, nor the meat. Let's put these in the warehouse. That's why he doesn't have enough bookcases. So we'll put these in the warehouse here. And I'm holding that, holding the hut block piece. So let's do these right here, and all that's in. And so now, hi, Ryan, did I look at you already? I did. You're still here. Okay. There was a time when you got so many, and I think people must have complained, and so you don't get as many anymore. Or maybe they just decided, I don't know, to build it up. This is only a level 1, so that you get more as you build up. And that's understandable. Now, if we wanted, we could have her come over to this guard tower. Where the hospital is. We could have her come over here. Has she decided she doesn't like heights? I don't know. She has to like heights. She's a druid. Although I imagine that there are some who wouldn't live at the top of the trees. She might want to be down in the ground. We haven't done anything to this place yet. We could have her come here and be here. And I kind of want her to. Let's do this. Let's come to here and let's get Penelope is her name, to be right here. I'm going to have to write some of these names down. I'm going to have to put them in the book. All right, so Penelope is going to be out of this location, Dun 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 dun! We actually had fireworks for the library. Yay! Yay! Ooh, look at that. Let's come down here. Oh, that looks lovely. Let's come up here. And let's assign Bode to here. So we'll assign him here. You can see already that he's learned, and but he still wants to be a rabbit farmer. And so we'll have him work with Ezra while the rabbit farm is being built. And we're not having Leandro do that. Leandro is going to build him a house right here off of this tree. We're going to make this tree his house, or this tree his house. Am I still within the border? I am not. Are we going to have a problem, Houston? Look what the border is. I don't think we can go outside of this. We cannot. Here's one here. Here's a good tree here, and this is within the border right here. There's not a lot around here. Let's hope this is where I was talking about before. Nope, switch to oak and dark oak, and let's do another tree. Here, the residence, and let's raise it up, and there it is. This is a level 1. Let's do the level 5 for a second. And let's put the tree where the tree is. So there's the house tree right here, and the actual tree is right there. So I think the actual tree is now all inside the house tree. Let's come back. We could have this, I see you. We could have this come down. What am I at? 136, yeah. There's plenty of room to come down so that we're not digging a whole lot out. This is coming up to here. Where is the walkway? There's no walkway here. This is actually better. And see where it is. This hill is going to come down. Let's look at the guard tower. The guard tower is right there. See that right there? The hill is going, wait. Where's the bottom of this? So this is the bottom. Right here is 134 is the bottom, and over here, where is this? The top of this. This is 136. Yeah. So this is going to interfere a little bit with the guard tower. They're both going to compete with each other. We'll have to let them. Now, so how do we want it to face? This is the front of the house, right here facing this way. The windows, there are really good windows to the living room here. The upstairs, the bedroom is facing this way with this big dark tree here. I think I kind of like it facing this way. And we will probably, where's the stair? See the stairs right here? Hold on. Let's put a lantern. Is that half? It sure is. Let's put the lantern here for a second. So this is going to come down. I don't want it to come down that much. But this would be right where this is. And I do prefer that. But you know what's going to happen? So all this ground underneath here is going to get dug out, and we'll have to put it back later. Or, stop, or we could bring the entire land up so that the land was here. Or down one. Bring it down one to here. And where does that put it in this area? It's up too high. Grrr. I'm going over here and sleep in the trees. Still my favorite place, this place right here, where there's this beautiful grassy, mossy area right here. And we like to sleep right on this gorgeous, wonderful smelling moss right here. We love to sleep here. So we're going to lay out our sleeping bag and go to sleep. And I'm going to take a sip. Yummy. Whoopie doopie. So let's pick up our sleeping bag so it doesn't get muggy. It doesn't get, look at this. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. This is a lovely market space. And yeah, I don't want it to be that high. I absolutely don't want it, excuse me, to be that high. I want it to be here. That height. We'll have it be this height right here. And this is 136. And the other one is 134, if I'm not mistaken. So 135. And this is 136. So there's still, it'll still go into that guard tower. And we'll just have to fix it every time it does. Bode is complaining that he has a long way to walk to work. And I don't blame you for complaining. And I can see the hut block right here. It's out in the open. And so here we go. Level 1. Assign a builder. And there it is. And where is it? We just saw it. There it is. Okay. So there it is right there. And we're going to have build options. The builder is Leandro. Build the building. Leandro's already built one of these. And we should have enough left over. And I'm going to have to cancel. Hold on. Cancel the build. Cancel the build. What do we have the most of in this area? Is this lush or is this peat? This is peat here. And we do have moss here, but mostly peat. Let's go for the peat. And we can put moss over the peat when we do some other things. So let's go up to him and see. I think I already have him set as peat because I set both of them just to make sure that they could build the marketplace. I didn't know who was going to get done first. And sure enough, it is peat. Excellent. And so that he can get from the warehouse. What do you need?
Great to see you.
What do you need? Whoa, look at all of these. Wow. I think you need some tools. We're gonna have to build him some. And look at these shears. We're gonna have to make him some tools to start with. How many? He's got an axe. He still has some dark oak left over from when he made the other house. He has plenty of these. And he has plenty of axes. He just needs a shovel. And so we'll do the shovel. Do I want to just do it here? It's stone. He should have some stone here. 1, 2 sticks he doesn't have. He's got some oak. 1, 2, that should be enough. Let me see if it is. And let's put this here. And let's put this here. And let's put this here. And that's going to give us 2 shovels. And there they are. And we can put them in here. 1, 2. And he has everything else. I'm going to take away that. Not taking away too much right yet.
What can I do for you?
What are you asking for? What's going on with
It's
you?
a fine day.
What's happening? Oh, I know. I stopped him. That's right, I did. Thank you for reminding me. I did. I stopped him from building it. Remember, because I was afraid he was going to do dirt or something. So back here somewhere is a hut block sitting out in the middle of nowhere. It's got to be right here. This is too close. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. That's why. Okay. Build options, and Leandro build building now. Okay. So the pieces that need repairing are going to go into my stuff right here. I still have some things I'm looking at. Did I not give him the shovel yet? These belong to, I could just put them in the warehouse, right? I could, and let her bring them. And I'll do that. These are going to get repaired, and then we'll give them back. And there he is. And he's going to start clearing. He's going to start clearing from the top. They start from the top, so he's going to take down the tree in this area, and then he will end up putting it back. This is oak, so we're going to have oak leaves for the composter. So what did I say about the hive that I still haven't gotten to? Let's come over here and let's look. I think a composter has to be researched.
Tis a fine day.
Hi, Lilith. I think a composter has to be researched. Let's come here. And let's come here. Let's take this, these, and all of this is going to stay and go back to Arnaaluk for right now. And all of this is going to come there for her. And we do have dark oak. We do have dark oak wood and a lot of dark oak pieces. And let's look for a minute in the inventory for dark. And yeah, we do. See how much we have already? So we probably have enough for him to actually make it with her help. So There she is. And this door, she's closing the doors, believe it or not. Or Lilith is. One of the two of them. So do we want to look one more time at the composter and see if it needs to be researched? We have to be really careful if we do this, because we definitely don't want to accidentally research it. So let's come to tech. Yeah, I don't think I can look at it because I don't want to start it.
I heard a whistle that time.
I don't know who that was, believe it or not. That wasn't Ezra. Maybe it was Ezra. There's Bode going home, and he's upset. Our tab. I know I keep looking, and I probably should have it written down. So this is not needed right now. We need an enchanter for that. That requires a mine to get a stonemason. This requires a forester. Ooh, yeah, shoot. To get a carpenter. We might not have one. This requires a smeltery, requires a mine level 2. We're not going to have one of those for a while. And this requires a mine level 3 to get a blacksmith. And this requires a farm totaling at least 3 levels. So none of this stuff can be gotten. So what are we going to do about farm? Totaling 3 levels would be having 3 farms. And I don't know. I don't know that I want to. That was the thing that I wasn't sure I wanted to do. However, if we have cows, cows need wheat as well. And so does the baker. It would mean Mr. Villager. Oi! How are you? Welcome, welcome. Let's go to sleep. I am very happy with that cold drink, believe it or not. We are good. We are having a good day. And I'm looking at some things. I kind of was being very idealistic about what was going to be here. But there are some things that we can't have unless we put in some other things. And so that's unfortunate. The rabbit hutch, luckily, is not one of those. And I'm going to come over here and we're going to do build options. The builder is going to be Brittany when she is done with the market. She's going to build this, and Brittany is going to spend more of her time over here building, and we'll have whoever is going to take Tiago's place help Leandro in the downtown area. But right now, Brittany is putting in the market right here. Et você? Tudo bem? How are you doing? And we'll come here. And there is the market platform. There's a new person, Kennedy. And you want to join for 30 books? The focus is strong. These are all kids coming in looking. And sorry, Kennedy, but we're going to let you go back, return to your school. Ooh, Arun. Hello, Arun. And he wants 24. Let's see the stats. Athletic. There's something there. Hold on. Let's look at the skill set for a minute. I would need a minor. Where's he going to live? I don't know. It's a mystery. Strength and stamina. Technical problems. What did I say? I've been having technical problems today. I asked how you were. How are you? And strength. A minor needs strength and stamina, and he doesn't have any of those. Agility, creativity, knowledge. So Arun is not going to join us. He's going to go back to school and become something else and live somewhere else. So he's fine. And let's come over. I see. Let me do this for a second. Let's bring this down for a minute. So right now, what we have is all things around the mountain. Should be coming around the mountain. We could put the cookery in this area because the restaurant is here. We could actually put the cookery underneath. See this? Right here? Yeah, there's this. There's a bunch of little scary things down here. There is water and the like, but that's below the restaurant right there. So we could actually put in, actually, still recovering from the cold, but you can already feel the evil leaving your body. Well, I'm glad. I know you had that really bad sore throat. It turned out to be a cold, didn't it? I'm sorry to hear that. All right, let's look at some hive stuff. Hive cookery is really nice. And let's go to everyone's going home for now because it's pouring. And let's put the ground. Let's look at the new hives. And there it is. Dun, 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 dun. Believe in yourself and build the sweetest home, complex, connected style, ideal for hanging in open spaces. So it's really meant to be a beehive, hanging out in the open. Like in the end, you could probably build this really nicely. In the nether, it would actually work. In the nether, to build this, you'd have to bring in all the materials, but it would be. Yeah, you need to pull it out all so you avoid another pneumonia. Yes, so you rest, and I know you want to get back to doing stuff right away, but you really do need to give yourself a chance. And so, as we said, Aravan, Lady Shatana, and Genotad worked on this, and there's some really lovely pieces. We're going to look at the cookery first. I might not be able to build it right away, but we'll see. Housing? Oh wait, that's the problem. Hive. I went back, didn't I? I do that all the time. Let's look at luxury. There's a cookery. So they have this cookery that can attach to the restaurant right here, or it can be a separate piece someplace else. This is the level 1 of it, and the level 5, and this is the level 1. So you can imagine if you were making it in the end, you would have to provide some other materials to keep them from falling out. But this is pretty cool. This is the level 5, and you see it is hive style on the outside and the inside. I like this cookery, and this will be fun. And this is what we would like to put here. So when the time comes, we will add a cookery under here probably, or in the hill, because we've got plenty of land. Oh, great! It's a thunderstorm. This is our second thunderstorm. Let's quickly. Whoa, that was scary. I can be struck by lightning, and so can they. And we've actually lost one person in all the time, all the colonies that I've made under Minecolonies. We've lost, I prefer to call them city-states, but we did lose a person at Prasino. He went up to the mystic site at the top of the mountain and was struck by lightning. And he was on holiday. He was just visiting the mystic site and was struck by lightning. Talk about bad call, Ripley. Yeah, so seems like these modular, it seems I like these modular things. I've always liked them because there's a way of fitting them into mountains and hills and leaving the land untouched in some respects. And that's one of the reasons why I absolutely do. You're right, I do. So see right here where this is, if we bring up the hut block here, we were talking about that we could put a building right here next to the builder, right in this spot right here, but I don't know what for a second. Yeah, yeah, that was one of those things where there was a lightning rod on the top of the mystic site. I know, Jelly, I know. There was. When we went up to look at it, there actually was one up there, if I'm not mistaken, because it was cliff style, and they usually put those in. So we're not ready for cookery, we're just showing some things. What we would need is a farm for a composter. So let's look at the farms for a minute. Switch to, oh, I did it again. Let's switch to farm down here. Horticulture, let's look at a farm. Level 5. So this is the farm. Just this piece right here is the farm. And this is actually really nice. So this is one of the latest builds. And as the styles grow up, they really become really gorgeous. And I love these. You guys already felt one moment talking about someone's death, and then poof, someone died, drowned. I think so. I think at that particular time. That was during Prasino, when there was the rogue. Remember? There was that rogue monster. And that was before we knew about the creaking, that there was this monster that was killing druids in the forests. And it just perfectly matched the creaking And we didn't know about the creaking when we made up that story. You can go back, people, and see that in the Prosino and Rosa Oru beginnings, that there was this monster that was not like any other. It was like the druids were dying, and it didn't seem like anything should have killed them in that area. They didn't fall, they didn't catch on fire, but they were drowning. And it's like, why would they be? No, remember, they were drowning. It was drowning them, which was really pretty curious at the time. And yeah, it was very odd. But yeah, that's right. We did have a situation like that. So this is a farm. And then if we have fields, let's look at the border. We're going to have an extra courier piece right here, a platform right here. We're just going to build another platform here and put a courier on it, right where these gates open up right here, so that we can have two. One that's empty and one that actually has a courier balloon. That'll give us two couriers in this area. Look at this. First time. Look at this. He's headed for the balloon, believe it or not. I don't have anything to keep him from coming up the ladder. I don't think he will. And it's like, who are you kidding? Of course he'll come up the ladder. Let's put that there. I don't think that'll keep him off, but we'll put that there for a minute. And he is looking. So if we have this, what do the fields look like in this world? So let's come here and we'll look at the fields. A full field. Wow, look, look, look. It's especially built for the nether. Look at this. So a level 1, level 2, sure enough, look at that. So you can have nether fields. Fascinating. Fascinating. Let's come here. Let's look at a regular field. A tiny field. This is what we want. We just want a single field. Now a tiny field this size, level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 will look like this. But to have little tiny ones, seems like yesterday on the camp, there was that guy on the tent at 89 that left some meters away from you, and you saw him eating 1 minute ago, and in the next he's gone. Oh yeah. Yep. We're gonna do this. This little farm. We don't need a lot, and I don't really want to devote a lot to it. We have a hill around on this side, or we can decide to put all the farmers over here. See this part of the border? We can't put anything here, but we can put something on this side. So we can begin to put things in the hill here, and we can't go below 116. So what is this? This is 124? We can come all the way down to here? Wow. We don't have to come down that far. So this side of the hill is taller, I think. And we'll put them in. more and more villagers disappear, and most of them were radicals from yours. That's right. That's right. Radicals where they just left. Wouldn't that be interesting, Mr. Villager, if those radicals joined the Bohemians, the ones that weren't doing anything? They didn't have any jobs. They were all artists and musicians and poets and singers. At those two, we found two villages here where the villagers did nothing, and it was pretty interesting. They were living in tents like Bedouins, and they were gorgeous. They were gorgeous cities. I'm gonna do this. I can also do Shire. Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting if they joined the Bohemians? I think so. Let's look at Shire for a second. Shire additions, fundamentals. We don't have a farm, so let's look at real Shire. That is a Shire add-on. Let's go to Shire proper. And Shire proper. Let's look and see what the farm looks like. And it's too big. I think it's, oh, it's this one. Ooh, I'm tempted. I know. But I can't have it. It's outside. I remember this one. And we can't do this. One. So I think that's the only version of a farm. Let's look at Sandy for a minute. Right here. I want to look at their farms. Farmer. Wait. Wrong one. Farm. This is what we want. Level 5. This is perfect. It is completely outside. Oh. See how this looks? It's completely outside, which means that we could set it like on top of the rabbit hutch. Time for you to head out. Hydrate, and you're welcome. What time is it? I've been on for 3 hours and 20 minutes. I'm gonna go to the 10-minute. Thank you, Jelly. Take care. See you. This is Tuesday. It feels like Thursday or something. See you Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And enjoy. I might do something because I haven't done a Twitch, but we'll see what happens. And oh, I'm cheating. I'm supposed to go, and I do have to go. I have to go. I have to go. No, I want to play. I want to play. And I just found something really good. Let's come over here. Let's put on the glasses because I think I'm going to put this on top of the rabbit hutch. Let me get the glasses for a second. What'd I do with them? Did I put them in the warehouse? I don't have any. I know. I feel the same way, Mr. Villager. I do. Let me see if I put the glasses in here. Goggles. Oh. Goggles? G-O. What did I do with them? Oh, I must have put them in here. How do I not have them? That's interesting. Okay. Let's get another pair. No, not that. Not that kind. GG. There we are. This is what I'm looking for. And let's put these on because I want to see the top of the rabbit hutch. And it should show. There it is. So see how we have this piece right here, sitting right here like this? I think I want to put this piece on top of it. And let me come here and look. Let's X. And let's come over here and let's touch down. And let's go to agriculture, horticulture, farm. And let's look. And yeah, I definitely want to do this. Even though it's sand, we'll just trade it back. And let me see if we can. Because, Taylor blasted. Oh, shoot. Failure. Okay. So we can't do anything with that. Let's escape for a second. Thaler has this high piece right here on top of it, which means that everything over top of this square is going to be eliminated. And if you were in the desert, maybe that would be okay. It's not okay here. And so we're not going to be able to use this piece. I was hoping I could sit it on top of here. And let me see if it would even fit for a moment. It kind of would if I cut it myself. So I would have to cut it to sit here and to be the roof of this building so that it doesn't take away the rabbit ears, of course, and doesn't take away the hut. You have to go too? Well, you know what? Both of you are telling me that I should be going. I have something to do, and I guess I'm not going to be able to stay here forever. Let me get a light. There I am. Thank you, everybody. Yes, I'm wearing the goggles. Obrigado, Mr. Villager. Thank you for being in chat. Thank you, Jellybean, for being in chat. Those of you who are watching right now, thank you for watching. Enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. And right now, we've been listening to Drone Hands music, and he is on YouTube. You can find his music in the about. You can find a link to his music if you've enjoyed it. And then also Vincentius Primus, who is going to take us out now. And here we go. I will give him that message, Mr. Villager. I will tell him that you send hugs. And bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.